With Season 2 of Black Ops Cold War, Treyarch has given us a lot of stuff to grind. Just like at the start of the game where you'd load in and start earning crystals that you could use then to upgrade your perks, your field upgrades, your ammo mods, and your weapon classes to certain tiers, they have done it again with the update and added lots more to our arsenal. Each thing that was already in the arsenal gains 2 extra tiers, bringing it to tier 5. Along with this, we have our new game mode, Outbreak, and we have our new field upgrade, Frenzied Guard, and we have our new ammo mod, and that is going to be Shatter Blast. But today, we are going to be talking about Napalm Burst. Now, Napalm Burst has been in past games as well. You might remember in Black Ops 4 if you ever played that game, and Black Ops 3 as Blast Furnace. I don't know why they changed the names. I don't know, maybe copyright issues. I don't know why it would be, but that is how it works in the Call of Duty universe. Getting back to the video though, Blast Furnace is here with 2 new tier upgrades, and let's just go over them before we get too nitpicky. When you have the base version of Napalm Burst, this is what it's going to do. Bullets deal fire damage. Each bullet has a chance to apply a burn effect on normal zombies, dealing 10% of their maximum health in fire damage over 5 seconds, 3 seconds cooldown. Going on to tier 1, the burn effect deals 5% enemy maximum health in fire damage, so that is it going up even more. Then going on to tier 2, we have increased burn duration to 10%. Then in tier 3, we have double burn effect damage, so that one's pretty good. Coming on to tier 4, we have special enemies can be burnt, so that is going to be good for enemy types like the Mangler that is weak to fire. Then moving on to tier 5, on a burned enemy kill, the enemy explosion spreading the burn effect to 5 nearby normal enemies, and that has a 30-second cooldown. Now that we've been over the tiers of Napalm Burst, let's talk about everything that it has to offer. You're seeing in-game here that I'm using in the background. With this ammo type, I just have to say that I find it really underwhelming. If you remember in one of the previous episodes, we talked about Shatter Blast and how that was kind of mediocre in the higher rounds. It still did some work, but it just wasn't really that good. Now looking at Napalm Burst compared to it, I really have to say, after looking at Napalm Burst, going back to Shatter Blast really isn't that bad, and it's a lot better in a lot of aspects. One thing it does is actually kills. Don't get me wrong, Napalm Burst will kill when you use it over time, but compared again to all the other ammo types, which seem to be a massive problem in this game, it just isn't powerful. That goes with a lot of the other ones as well. Comparing it to Deadwire and even Brain Rot, they are really just underwhelming. I cannot say I've personally yet tried the Cryo Freeze one, but that is upgraded now and that'll probably be our next video. But getting back to Napalm Burst, overall, like I was saying, it's just really underperforming and does not stand up to the rest whatsoever. It's not like it has some unique ability as well that would make it worthwhile using this for any other reason. For example, Cryo Freeze, it slows zombies down when you're using it, so that's a reason someone might want to use that over something that kills if they're camping or whatever reason, right? It brings some new elements to the table when the gameplay, and you can do some interesting stuff with it. With this, however, it just doesn't do anything. Maybe on the lower rounds it will be okay, but on the higher rounds, which if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're trying to go for, or if you're trying to do Easter eggs or anything like that, I'm assuming that you're doing something that is going to involve you getting to the higher rounds. This just does not cut it. It's not that good, unfortunately, and it's really sad. Saying that, if you have made it this far into the video, first of all, well done. Also consider leaving a like and subscribing to this channel for more zombies content. Also check out all the links in below. We have a few Discords going, and yeah. But getting back to the main focus of this video, let's talk about Napalm Burst and how we could possibly make it better. If you remember back in Black Ops 3, the way it worked was it kind of killed forever. It wouldn't kill as many as Deadwire would, and that's why Deadwire was overall better, I believe, and it wouldn't kill them as fast as Deadwire as well, but it would consistently kill a group of them. I think it needs to go back to doing something this yet again. A lot of the animal types in this game are very different to each other. Like with Deadwire, that's the only one that will take out mass hordes in that certain way, whilst Brain Rot is a bit more creative with how it does it. And then Cryo Freeze obviously slows them down, and then obviously Napalm Burst just tries to burn them even though it doesn't do anything. Whilst in Black Ops 3, a lot of them were kind of similar, all things considered, and would take out a horde or so normally, or half a horde. And the only one that was truly unique in that game was probably brain rot. But I think for the sake of just making this good, you need to make it so it kind of acts similar to Deadwire in a way where it will spread to other zombies, but it just sets them on fire. Obviously there won't be any electricity because it's not Deadwire, we're talking about Napalm Burst. But it needs to happen all in that one shot. You shoot it, it spreads around the zombies really fast, it kills them, and that's that. If you don't do that, it will never ever be able to compete with anything in the game. That or what you could potentially do is make it so that this ammo type doesn't have a cooldown. What I mean by this is when you shoot your weapon that has Napalm Burst on it, it will have that little symbol showing a zombie's on fire. You'll also see that zombie on fire and points being taken off it as far as its health goes. What I suggest they do is just completely unlock that and make it so each bullet you fire has that effect. As there is a 5-second cooldown until you upgrade it even more, and then there's a 10-second, and it progresses and progresses. I think that they really need to make it so this just does its top tier thing in pretty much every shot, because as it is now, it's not really doing anything whatsoever. Or make it every 2 shots or every 3 shots. I can imagine this working really well with something like an LMG, an SMG, an AR, anything that has some sort of decent fire rate. With shotguns, I think this is probably the worst ammo type you could put on your weapon. And I'd recommend for shotguns, if you're using anything, use Deadwire, you know? Use something that's going to kill half a horde in one shot. But with this, I think it has to be with them fast firing guns if they're going to go down this route. We've talked about the more tiers that they could add in the future, and I think a perfect tier for this would make it that it activates even more. And maybe that would help it a wee bit. It would need to buff the damage as well, because there, again, it's really not doing too much. And I think, again, it's just not fair for that ammo type, because it's never going to ever compete with something like Deadwire, or Brain Rot, or any of the other ones for that matter. Even Cryo Freeze, I haven't used it yet, but I can promise you it's going to be better. Well, I can't because I haven't tried it, but I'm going to do it. What I'm trying to say is that it's just not that good. And would I recommend you guys to use it? Absolutely not. Don't use this one just yet. Wait and see what they do with it. There's definitely some balancing they need to do with these. And I don't like using the word balance because I think zombies, everything should be kind of OP. Like, make the zombies challenging, but make it so you can build your character up and be really strong by the end of it. But I think one thing they need to do is they need to look at other stuff and then bring it up to that level. So since Deadwire is so good, don't nerf Deadwire to bring it down to how Napalm Burst is doing right now. Bring Napalm Burst up to Deadwire. Bring all these other ammo types so they're all kind of equal in their own fun way and kill roughly the same amount of zombies. But with that said, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you aren't already, and if you're new around here, make sure to check our Discord servers we have downloaded on the server. We have the K-Cosmic Discord server, and then we have the Division Z server. That's for our podcast that me and fellow YouTuber Jason do, among other stuff we do in there, like just chill, chat, you can meet other content creators, and yeah, if you guys did enjoy this, like I said, remember to leave a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.